Vitaly, you Filipino people, we you too.
So as of now, Vitaly is still sitting in a Filipino jail months after his arrest, even though, according to a report released a little bit over a month ago, almost all of his charges against Vitaly have been dropped. According to Neil, this is not true, and simply a misleading article that's been echoed around.
Vitaly is trying so hard to get out of the Filipino jail because even in jail his life is in danger. One of the most notorious pranksters on YouTube, once racking up millions of views and living like a king, is now trapped in a cramped, sweaty cell in the Philippines. His reputation shattered, his fortune gone, and his safety hanging by a thread. This isn't a movie, this is now the reality of Vitaly Zdorovetskiy. Reports surfaced months ago claiming his charges had been dropped. Fans cheered, thinking he'd soon walk away free. But those headlines turned out to be fake. According to legal insiders on the ground, none of it was true. Vitaly wasn't walking anywhere. He was staying locked up, and things were only getting worse. Inside Philippine detention centers, the rules are different. It's not about what you know, it's about who you pay.
True. Instead, I decided to reach out to attorney Neil, who's a Filipino-based attorney who I actually interviewed on this channel previously. So as of now, Vitaly is still sitting in a Filipino jail months after his arrest, even though, according to a report released a little bit over a month ago, almost all of his charges against Vitaly have been dropped. According to Neil, this is not true, and simply a misleading article that's been echoed around. Because he's still being held in jail after that live stream stunt in Manila where he allegedly stole a security guard's hat, allegedly tried to grab for a firearm.
Rumors swirled that Vitaly's family and friends had tried slipping cash under the table, hoping to negotiate an exit, or with his bank account drained after crypto scams and failed ventures, the leverage just wasn't there anymore. Worse, other prisoners started whispering about what Vitaly had done, disrespecting locals, pulling reckless stunts in Manila, even trying to snatch a guard's hat. If word spread too far, inmates could decide to handle him themselves. For someone who built his career on attention, the kind of attention he's now getting could be deadly. Meanwhile, his allies online weren't staying quiet. Some defended him, lashing out at the Philippines as a country.
Philippines is kind of a joke, honestly. Like, don't fuck around there, yeah, sure, but that entire country is kind of a joke. I'm sorry, I have no respect for Philippines.
Okay.
Like, almost none, but like, you know, that country is like a joke, man. Like, that country is... Bro, Philippines tries to go against China and contest. They still lie.
Others mocked the entire situation, calling it a karma. But behind the noise, one thing was clear. Vitaly wasn't being treated as some harmless prankster anymore. Authorities saw him as an example, a foreigner who came, mocked their people, and crossed the line. And unlike a YouTube video where he could just cut the camera and move on, there was no quick exit this time. Stories of deportation came and went like broken promises. One week, people swore he was being flown back to Europe. The next, new reports claimed that he was still stuck. Even alleged insider interviews with him from behind bars turned out to be fabrications. Every rumor only made the truth sting harder. Vitaly wasn't leaving. His friends even tried simple things like delivering food just to get messages through. One clip showed a buddy sneaking in burgers with a note attached, hoping Vitaly would see it and gain some hope.
Okay, so I'm just here with some food for Vitaly. I got him 2 chicken burgers, chicken burgers. And I put a note in there giving him my advice and dark predictions, how he can get himself out of this. And that's all we can do for now. Apparently, it's really difficult to actually go in there without being a family or a lawyer. We contacted the lawyers, we contacted some judges. I did all I could. I did everything I could. Apparently, the only thing I can do now is bring him some food and bring him that note.
That's how desperate it's gotten, reduced from global headlines to smuggled scraps of advice inside a sandwich bag. There's also a darker undertone nobody wants to say out loud: corruption. It's no secret that money often talks louder than laws inside certain prisons. People claim bribes in the millions of pesos have already been thrown around, with nothing to show for it.
Millions of pesos in bribes over the course of his detention. This is just the way prisons
where money talks, especially behind bars.
Now, if Vitaly speaks out about those shady deals, he could expose serious cracks in the system, and that makes authorities even less willing to let his voice be heard. Combine that with his declining health, the isolation, and the possibility of years awaiting trial, and it paints a brutal picture. For a man who used to live off adrenaline, the slow suffocation of prison life is the worst punishment imaginable.
In jail and prison right now, and people are saying once the prisoners find out what he did and how he disrespected the country, they might try to kill him in jail.
What's ironic is how much this feels like a twisted reflection of his old career. The same boldness that once got him clout now has him cornered. The same arrogance that made him millions is the reason he's in a foreign prison, staring at a future nobody can predict. Some call it karma, others call it tragedy. Maybe it is both. So here we are, months later, still with no clear answer. Will Vitaly be deported? Will he manage to buy his way out? Or will he become yet another cautionary tale? Proof that the internet fame doesn't protect you once the camera stops rolling. Either way, the story is far from over. The prankster who once had the internet laughing is now fighting for survival, and the ending to his saga could be darker than anyone ever expected. What do you think? Is Vitaly a scam of a corrupt system, or is this the price of years spent disrespecting others? Drop your thoughts below and stay tuned, because this roller coaster is still climbing. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.